Wait, you need to stop talking.
I'm
Is Mr. Griffin, are you Mr. Griffin or not?
I am Anthony of the Griffin family.
Are you the Anthony Griffin
executor of the
that is
estate
charged?
of
Stop a
Anthony
second here.
Griffin.
If you keep talking over me, we're gonna cancel
You is
this.
talking over me. Matter of fact, Your Honor, are you responsible for me if something happens to me?
This is one of the most entertaining sovereign citizens I've seen in a while. This dude goes full-on crazy and just will not stop talking over the judge, no matter what. He rants about conspiracies and all the typical BS sovereign citizen stuff you always hear. He even goes as far as saying he's not black and that he's a living man. Like, bro, what are you even talking about? None of it makes any sense. Do you guys think sovereign citizens actually believe this stuff, or are they just trolling the courts at this point? Let me know in the comments. But let's dive in.
We'll go on the record in the state of Wisconsin versus Anthony Griffin Jr., case number 25 CF 939. Could you get the appearances, please?
Assistant District Attorney Jack Schneider for the state of Wisconsin.
And you're Mr. Griffin, is that correct?
No, all statements for the record comes now the living man, Anthony of the Griffin family.
All right, so Mr. Griffin
appearing especially.
Wait, you need to stop talking. Is
I'm
Mr. Griffin
appearing especially.
hearing today? Are you Mr. Griffin or not?
I am Anthony of the Griffin family.
Are you the Anthony Griffin
executor of the
that is
estate
charged?
of
Stop a
Anthony.
second here.
You asked me a question, I'm answering it.
Okay, I don't want you to answer it anymore. I want a yes or no answer to a question, okay? And the question is, and I have to get the case back in front of me, I'm sorry, but bear with me. Lost my calendar. I have a simple question for you.
25 CF 939.
Are you Anthony Griffin with a date of birth of August 20th, 1985?
I am not the dead entity Anthony Griffin. I am the executor of the estate. I do not agree to be.
All right, well, we'll have to set this over and hold you in custody then until we can have a later
I will check. As I've been held for 72 hours without seeing a judge, that is unlawful.
But you're not Anthony
So
Griffin.
you are agreeing to violate my common law rights, is that what you're saying?
I'm asking you to, let's do this, okay. I'm gonna find probable cause that this is Mr. Griffin, that is acting in an obstructing way, but we'll go ahead with it. Do you have a copy of the complaint there in front of
I
you?
object that you're obstructing my justice.
Your objection is noted.
I'm a more, you have.
If you keep talking over me, we're gonna cancel
You
this.
talking over me, I just want to state the facts. Do you not want the facts to be stated on the case? Am I not allowed?
You're not allowed, no, you're not allowed to talk about it.
Of attorney, I am not.
Okay, let's hold him in custody, or canceling this hearing, you're gonna have to be
That's
held.
okay.
You're not willing to cooperate. Make a
Let the
record.
record show that they're violating my rights. Let the record show that, please. Thank you.
Record with a note that he refused to cooperate so that an initial hearing could be conducted.
So that was his first appearance, after 72 hours in jail. I'm guessing this sovereign citizen didn't want to sign the paperwork to see the judge, which basically just means you have to agree to show up in front of the court. Otherwise, you just sit there in jail like it's summer camp with no activities. I'm honestly proud of the judge for how quickly he shut this one down. Like, bro hit him with the legal smackdown. Most judges would have let him ramble on like it's open mic night at the Crazy Club, but this judge was locked in. Props to him. Anyway, let's jump back in and watch him return for a second appearance, where, somehow, he manages to make it 10 times crazier than the first time.
We'll go on the record in the state of Wisconsin versus Anthony Griffin Jr. That's 25 CF 939 appearances.
Read Marco for the state.
To understand where the Federal Defender's Office defers to Mr. Griffin has indicated that he wants to take care of his own case.
Right, is that right, Mr. Griffin?
I'm not Mr. Griffin, I'm Anthony of the Griffin. I am the power of attorney for him. I do have a question for the court. Will I be allowed to speak freely, or will my civil rights be again granted over?
Oh, you get to make a statement on bail, but we're going to do this in an orderly fashion. But you're indicating that you're not Mr. Griffin, or that's just not how you identify yourself.
It's not about me identifying myself and the Griffin carries my all caps entity with the dead entity. I actually have an EIN for this created entity. This is not me. I also do not live this address. I'm also not a black man. I am from Florida. lot of things on here totally wrong, which cannot be at all. My weight is not 240 pounds. All this information is false. But as for the record, all statements for the record comes now from living man and the other Griffin family. Sure, there is over your son status appearing expressly to continue the regular support. I'm not to be mistaken with the all caps state as I am the occupant of the executive office and also the sole beneficiary of the state. I filed my power of attorney with the court and I'm ready to proceed. Let the record show that I do not agree to be a surety for the debt entity as it was created from the state and was given to me and is not a representation of me. I am not one who owes debt to the United States or to the state of Wisconsin. Further, I'm not a flight risk. The only reason I was supported was due to the failure of the court to notify me of said date. Furthermore, on being detained, I made it very clear to Officer Gilson that I wanted my rights read to me. Officer Gilson first refused after we asked him twice to know if they read me my rights. After Officer Gilson read me my rights, I made it very clear to him that I wanted my attorney present with the sheriff. Officer Gilson then replied, "They won't come." I made it very clear to him that if he continued to talk to me without my attorney present and the sheriff present, it would be a violation of my civil rights and my constitutional rights. He ignored these facts and continued with the arrest in violation of my law and the rights and the protocol that he agreed to follow as an officer. I was pulled over while I was traveling in a private automobile. The plates read, DOT exempt, do not detain private travel. I made it very clear to him that he does not have jurisdiction, but yet he forced it. I was never properly identified as a suspect. My fingerprints were taken under direct arrest of origin after I told them I did not want my fingerprints or people taken until I have a court order from the judge. I do not argue with any of the facts in this charge against me. This is not me taking a plea. It's accepted for value and returned for value while the charge continues in this case, and use my exemption for discharge and set off and release the order to me immediately.
Okay. Well, I think there's at least a reasonable inference on the record that the person known as Anthony Griffin is the same individual in front of me. When they called Anthony Griffin's case, he came out of the holding cell. I don't know why he would do that if he's not. I gave you an opportunity to speak. I'm speaking now, sir.
This is exactly why nobody likes sovereign citizens, man. They just argue to argue. Even when you try to show them some respect and listen like they're a normal human being, they immediately object the second you try to respond to their nonsense. There's literally no winning with a sovereign citizen. I swear it's like arguing with a magic 8-ball that only says no. This dude was rambling about his fingerprints and claiming he's not even a black man, and I'm just sitting here colorblind like, bro, you could tell me you're a toaster, and I'd have to take your word for it. Someone let me know in the comments if he's lying, because at this point, I don't even trust my own eyeballs. This whole thing feels like a prank that's gone way too far.
You can object. There's no basis for it. I'm looking at the court records. Please don't interrupt. I'm looking at the jail records.
The Trust Act of 1666 says that when somebody claims their estate, you are to relinquish all of the things to them.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's okay. We don't have to talk about that. Also means that this is not.
You can file your written motions,
Not a
Mr. Griffin.
competent court with jurisdiction, and I challenge jurisdiction under Federal Rule of Procedure 5.1.
It's denied. The booking photo and the Spillman records match this particular individual. I'll find probable cause.
Man can be Lord over his own case.
And where would you like us to send mail, sir?
You already have mail.
Okay,
53532.
thank you.
And I have a record.
What's the state's position on bail?
Thank you, Your Honor. In this case, the state is asking the court to impose $1,000 pound bail with the condition that the defendant be prohibited from possessing any dangerous weapons as defined by the respective statutes. It's my understanding that the defendant posted $5,000 cash on his current pending felony case and then failed to appear in court. He is alleged to have refused to identify himself and has committed additional crimes while out on cash bail, which is, as we know, a general violation of our conditions.
I object.
It's our position that
Let her finish. We can't have this hearing. We are talking over people. We're trying to record it. What's the basis for the
The
objection?
basis for the objection is the fact that she has no basis of knowing who I am. I don't know who she is.
All right.
She's not even.
The objection is overruled. I ruled it, Mr. Griffin. Let her finish.
As far as that failure to appear, Your Honor, it looks like a defense warrant for a body only hold was issued on January 27th of this year in pending case 24 CF 907. That warrant was not served until almost 3 months later on the 17th of April this year.
So your honor, they're sure or not that when somebody has a court date that they have to be served a court date so they know that it's there? Or is it okay to actually set a court date without notifying the defendant or the accused and then locking them up for one?
All right, and I gather you're alleging that Judge Highland did not send notice to you?
No, there's no certified anything there. There's no document or proof of service of anything of that date. I went to every previous court date and I don't see a court date. He didn't show up for the last 3 court dates prior to that, and I actually put in a motion for failure to prosecute, yet they still moved forward as if nothing was placed in and no one came to court except for me and the prosecutor, and the judge was hiding in the back or whatever the case may be. I filed an abatement, just to let them know I'm not the person who they are looking for, but yet I keep getting trampled over in court. My rights keep trampled over in court. You have this person standing to the left of me who knows me not at all, and yet I would like her to take the stand and talk about how she knows me personally, because you cannot be a beneficiary.
Well, we're not going to be doing any of that,
As the state, and she is not the state. I know her not. I don't understand what's going on.
Of course you don't know what's going on here, buddy. You're a sovereign citizen. Confusion is basically part of the starter kit. This dude really came out swinging in the arraignment, like he was trying to win a heavyweight title and nonsense. I actually feel kind of bad for the prosecutor, though. Seriously, she did not sign up for the circus. Just being in the same room as this clown has to lower your IQ a few points. It's got to be contagious, or something. Or, honestly, it might even boost your IQ, because I'd feel like Albert Einstein if I had to sit next to this guy and listen to him talk about made-up laws every 5 seconds. Either way, that
All right, well, it looks like they mailed notice to the address that you had on file at the time.
So
But you're going to have to take that up with Judge Highland. That case is not before me. Looks like he's issued a body-only warrant. You can't get released on that until you have a hearing with Judge Highland in that case. I think given the history, $1,000 cash bail is necessary. I will set that.
I object. It's clear
And
that
that's
these
fine.
have been violated and you're still moving forward. This is called an obstruction of justice.
Don't
Let
see
the
that
record
your
show
rights have
that.
been violated.
Everything that I've said.
It's all being recorded, Mr.
Doesn't
Griffin.
matter.
You would have the right to a preliminary hearing in 10 days. Do you want that scheduled?
But I don't want to sit in jail any longer.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to get a hearing in front of Judge Highland on the other case. Right now, you're not allowed to post any cash bail to get released in that particular case. I don't have any authority to do anything with that.
So if you don't have authority, that means
You're
you don't
gonna
have
have,
authority over
you're gonna
me.
have to address
I object.
that
If you don't
case
have
with him.
authority to actually set me a bail, you do not have authority over me. Matter of fact, Your Honor, are you responsible for me if something happens to me?
All right, and I'll also order that you not use or possess dangerous weapons as it's defined by the state
Are you
statute.
responsible for
And because I haven't heard a response, I don't believe we have a waiver of time limits to set a time for
Are you
preliminary
responsible
hearing.
for me if something happens?
And we are adjourned. Mr.
Okay,
Griffin.
since you're not responsible for me if something happens to me, let the record show that you are not. You got crazy. Bad.
There he goes, back to his cell like the good boy he is. I know that before his arrest, this dude was a full-blown sovereign citizen, not just one of those casual ones who got convinced by a jail buddy to try this nonsense. No, I mean this guy was committed to the bit like it was his full-time job. He even had the plates and IDs to match. Regardless, the judge in this case was absolutely phenomenal in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. He actually gave this dude time to speak because legally judges kind of have to just to make sure a defendant's rights aren't violated. But once the crazy started coming out, the judge stayed super professional and shut it down like a boss. In my opinion, that's exactly how you handle sovereign citizens. Give them just enough rope to show they're clueless, then move on before they waste everyone's day. Let me know what you thought about the court hearing in the comments. And huge thanks to Colin for finding this gem of a video for us to laugh at. If you liked this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. I really appreciate the support. Thanks so much for watching, and take care, everybody.